Well, we got a few things going, and with each bit of progress, we find more issues to deal with. So let's point a few of these out, shall we? Clearly, my seam didn't hold when I was putting it on and off. But more importantly, one of the bigger issues, that's the wheel well right there. This fender may have been better off a little further back. So I may do a wheel arch in there and see if I can slide the axle forward just a little bit. Not really sure that's going to work out so well. To be determined. To get the little strip on all the way around to kind of blend into here. Got some of this kind of smoothed out a little bit so that it works. This is just a template because it's supposed to come up and swoop this way. I don't think I'm going to be using this roof because the windshield itself is the problem. As close as it looks and as decent as it is, you can already see there's a major slanting issue going on here. There is also a width issue. And even after I cut out that little bugger there out of the side window to make room so it would actually manage this curve here, that didn't work out so well either. Yeah, we'll figure that out. I almost kind of figured I'd be making a different back glass in the first place, so next step, I want to find a 62 roof, 62 glass to put in this little guy here. And then we'll see how that windshield with a different roof kind of mounts up to where this goes and see if we can connect the two. Because it's pretty much all 62 up front and mostly 67 in the rear. 627. We'll have to see what we got going on when we get that far. And on another side note, this is actually the front chin spoiler. It's got like a little light. And I was going to put this up underneath. And I did get it to fit, basically. But it doesn't really belong in there. For the most part, it just don't belong in there. I mean, it kind of adds to the height. Lowers it down a little bit, but I'm not really sure that's where we're going to go with that. Now, as you may have seen in the beginning of all of this, that was actually a pre-built one that I've had from a ways back. Probably late 80s, maybe early 90s. It's been around a while in my collection, I can tell you that. And the axle back here, one of them's loose. Which one is it? I think it's, yeah, this one here. You can kind of see it in there. It's not mounted anymore. It's been pushed by this back part of the fender. So, yeah. And then, of course, we're going to have to build all kinds of fun back up in there. And get to redo all of that fun stuff back in there. Yeah. Focus. There we go. So anyway, I'm going to continue on with whatever I can get going here, and then I'll probably do a little bit more Bondo on the body to get that strip kind of mounted in there, and see what we got going from there. got to find the roofs and stuff, and then yeah, might also find a new hood. Nothing wrong with this one, other than it's not the plan. At least I don't think that's the plan. So anyway, we'll be back with another installment and go from there. Well, here we are once again, and we've, yeah, made some more progress, I would think. Clearly, we got a roof structure going on here. I had to make this whole piece all the way across and back. Added a little filler strip along the bottom to kind of help hold it in, give me something to bond it to, because once I cut the pillar off, this was flat. This is another little filler piece that got rid of the curve of the window that came down to here. I needed this to go more up to the body line, about where the body line was. We got some custom rims fitted, basically. This piece here is still loose, just basically taped on, holding the structure. I got the, wow, that's shiny. Yeah. But we got some rear glass kind of made. This is temporarily just in there so I can get figure my line out a little better and stuff. I got to make another one of these because this one, it does fit, but now that I have a template, I can make it just slightly bigger so it has a little more room to bite here and a little more on one of the sides. There we go. She does have that kind of nasty look to her. And as you can see, we got the same thing going on here. This piece here wanted to stay inside a little further. There's a little tiny bit that was biting on there and I couldn't get it to pull flush, so there's a little more Bondo in here than the other side, but same system. This goes down, this is a filler piece, and then this comes across and then filler in here. I do still have some more filler to do up here yet to get rid of, if you feel it, there is still a bump here. Not so much here, but it's on this side, so I got to fill this in a little bit more. I got my little body line on there. Looks pretty good, and this one's smoothed up and smoothed down. This one needs a little more filler, same with the other side. Out back here, we got our tail lights in. Gonna need a little cleanup on them. Not a big deal. I haven't actually opened up the license plate filler yet, which at some point I will have to be doing. But I think the next step in this whole process is right there. I need to pull all of this chrome stuff off of here so I can get the whole thing sanded down and then get it into primer. And I also have this little piece here, which is the divider on the rear window. And then I also have some of this ultra thin flexible rod. Pretty hard to see it to an extent, but this stuff, see if we can do that. we'll go from here to here, giving a nice rounded top curve in this corner, but that will go into there to kind of help bring that rain drip molding back a little bit. And also got to trim around the back window with it, so that's going to be fun when I get that far. But until then, you know, this is kind of where we are with the 627 Corvette. And while I'm at it with the other stuff, probably not going to be able to see it with the camera. Nah, not really. But anyway, this little small block, my guess is 350 stock Chevy small block. Might be 283 being a 62. It's not super huge. It's not super awesome. Whatever. And then after we get all some of this stuff figured out, then I have a big gaping hole back here to fix up and finish. And yeah, make a lot of work back in there yet. This corner actually turned out pretty good here on the bottom, but as you can see down on that corner, not so much. Let's see if we can just spin that around. Yeah, you can see the bottoms. Yeah, I need to put in a new filler piece down here to flatten it, the corner better. And I need to put a little bit more filler along this line here. There's kind of a gap in there that needs to go away. Just a little one, not bad. This side turned out really nice and smooth. You can kind of get to see most of it throughout all of that, but yeah. Back window looks about factory-ish, I would say. Maybe a little off here and there. We'll see how it goes once I get the trim around that. But anyway, that is where we are for this moment in time. Getting a little closer on the 627, so hang around. We'll probably get her done eventually. Yeah, eventually. If I get these body panels figured out a little bit, get some trim on there in the windows, get the chrome off of there and the front scuffed up. Next time it'll probably be in primer. Maybe, because I want to see where some of these little gaps are that I need to fill yet, that are kind of hiding in the shadows. I know there's one right there. I can see it in person, but it's kind of tiny, so we're going to put some filler primer in there first, sand it down, see where we get from there, and then we'll glaze some more on there as we see fit. So, till next time, keep modeling. Just don't cut yourself.